My name is Josephine and these are my creatures. Today's video is a very special one because it is a collab video with a bunch of my doll friends. The theme for this collab was XL demons, so everyone had to use a 17-inch doll to create their demon. So I want to give a shout out to all my collab friends, and you can find their videos linked in the description box below if you want to check them out. And they are Stephoodoll, Harley's Dollhouse, BlurredColors Art, Diamondza Craft, Lady Dynamite Creates, Hatter Dolls, Krystals Fantasy, JackyOhhh, Claudoll, K's OOAK Factory, and honorable mentions to H. Ali Crafts and DollyPop dolls. They will be posting their dolls when they are completed, so please go and check them out if you haven't already. Today we will be customizing a Goliath doll, and she's very special because she is a lot taller and bigger than any of the dolls I worked before. So I am very excited to give Goliath a brand new look. So let's get to customizing. Yeah, I'm very sorry guys, that is all that I have. What happened was that I lost all the footage, everything. Not a single second was spared. That was over a month's work that I lost, or actually more, because I had my hard drive die on me. There was over 4 videos that I had not finished that were waiting to be edited. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it, if I'm able to fix it, if someone else is going to fix it. I don't know. Currently, we had to take out the hard drive from our computer because it was messing up the whole entire computer. Like, it was slowing it down so much that it couldn't function normally. And the minute we took it out, everything was back to normal. So there is some sort of problem with my hard drive. You can see some of the files in the hard drive, but you can't access them, you can't copy them because the computer has trouble reading the hard drive. So we're gonna send it back, obviously, maybe straight to the manufacturer or through the place we bought it from. You know, there's warranty, so hope so. They will be able to extract my files from the broken hard drive and maybe put them on a new one and then send it to me. I'm waiting for them to contact me to basically have at least something. I decided to film this instead and hopefully scrape something together. I thought we would go through the doll and kind of very briefly explain to you guys what I was doing with it. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as showing everything in detail how I made things, but at least it's something and I can share like the finished doll with you. I also have to refilm ending clips because I don't have those either. I only have one photograph that I was able to send for the group picture and a couple of photographs on my phone that I took while working on the doll to share in our group chat. So I'll sprinkle those in even though it's not much. And I probably film some B-roll for you guys so that you can see more in detail what I'm talking about. So here's the before, okay? Before. Ta-da! And here's the after. So basically, I don't know where to start. Maybe I should start from the top and move my way down. I think that will be somewhat clear. So she has a wig. She has a wig made out of yarn. It has 2 colors, black and gray. Like, the overall inspiration for the doll was this kind of vintage inspired circus performer kind of like that vibe. My idea was that she is a demon that humans have captured and now are keeping in their circus as a kind of this freak show performer kind of thing. That was my kind of vague idea. So she also has a very special feature, which is a shrunken head. So it took ages because it had to dry in between the baths, the acetone baths. I had to do it 3 times, and then I had to completely change out the acetone. So I think I went through like 3 liters of acetone, so it was kind of expensive, but I wanted to try it out. And personally, I really like shrunken heads. I like how they look and feel and everything. So yeah, it worked out. Would I recommend it? Probably not, unless you really like the look and you are into experimenting with your dolls. She also has inset eyes, which is exciting because they were my first inset eyes. They are black and the iris is yellow and orange with a slit for that demon-like looking finish. Also, she has 3D lashes, and I also created these little like dots for them to make her look more circusy in a way. Then she had some earrings that I repurposed from my old earrings. She has a little poof on her neck. Then it's her shirt, and I have some smocking details on it. Yeah, they turned out great, except I'm not sure about the red. Maybe if I would do this again, not gonna do it again, but if I would, I maybe would have chosen a different color. Not that it looks terrible, but maybe like a purple or more like a plum color would have looked nicer than this bright red. Then we have, on top of the shirt, we have the corset. And it was so much fun working on this corset, I do have to say. I did make it out of paper mache. So I paper mached basically a cast of the doll's torso. And then I cut slits into it. And I kind of expanded the bust and the hips to get like that Victorian, very like shapely corset. And then I took a pattern out of it and made the fabric part and glued that on, put some trim on it. I have some holes on the back, it laces shut, and that was the corset. Then we have the skirt, which was a pain in the ass to make. I actually made this twice because I wasn't happy with the first iteration. The ribbon that I was using first was too wide and kind of too flimsy, and I tried to fold it to create the channels for the wire to go through, so it was just not working. So I ran to the fabric store and got some new ribbon. This works way better. It's a 6mm ribbon, and it has 4 of these hoop thingies and then 1 on the waist. It closes at the back with a snap, and then I have this decorated piece of mesh with some polka dots. I think it looks nice with the circus theme. And then I also added this gold to kind of break up all the black, and then I added some bows and a few trinkets just to decorate it a little bit more. And then we have her legs. Her legs are special because as you guys know, or maybe don't, but most of you probably know, DollyPop has these like drip things on her legs and on her arms and everywhere. So instead of sanding them down, which I did consider and was like, oh, that's too much work, maybe I could like rework, because DollyPop is basically a circus themed doll already. So I kind of wanted to take the elements that I liked about DollyPop and give them my own twist basically. So instead of sanding off the drips, I turned them into eyeballs. So she has these weird demon eyeballs all over her legs, her arms. I did sand the drips off of her torso just because you won't be able to see it through the corset, and it would have just made it bumpy and kind of weird, so I didn't deal with them. And I also did sand off some of the bumps just because I didn't want to make like 1,000 eyeballs. So I did strategically remove some of them and turned the rest of them into eyeballs. I used magic sculpt and then just paint and a lot of sanding, and yeah, it was a whole deal. Actually, in the end, it might have been easier to just sand all of them down instead of doing all of this. But I do like how I was able to incorporate the trips into her design. And then we have her feet. I do like little tiny like hoof feet on my dolls with little hairs. I've done it before with this doll, my red demon doll. The second thing I really like about the original is the shoes. I really like the sculpting, like this little carousel horse motif on her shoes. So I did cut that out and kind of glue it onto her feet and then created the rest of the shoes. I didn't want to, I was lazy, didn't want them to fall off or anything, so they are permanently attached to her feet. But there is a bonus point, and that is that she can stand on her own. She doesn't need a stand. It's not very stable, so I probably would not display her like this, but for photographs it's nice to have her stand on her own. Okay, so the back, as you can see, she has nice curly hair that I'm very proud of. It took me ages to curl it and style it and everything. There's the lace up part, and then there's a little like gem and these details, and then she also has a tail. I did make this out of wire and then a little bit of quilt batting and a fabric covering, and then I just glued the hairs to the tip, which surprisingly matches kind of perfectly with her skin tone. I was not trying to match it, but it worked out, and it's posable and it was easy to make, so that's that. I also gave her some long nails and painted those. Overall, I am just super happy about her, and simultaneously extremely sad that I lost all the footage. So if I'm able to get my footage back, I might redo the video. Keep your eyes peeled. Maybe that will happen, maybe it won't. I don't want to get my hopes up too much. So you can subscribe for that, and hopefully for new videos. Like I said, I had so much footage on that drive, including my Venus doll that was going to be next on my series. So yeah, I'm depressed and sad. I've been just wallowing in self-pity for the last 2 days. So if you want to make me feel even slightly better, I would very much appreciate if you would give this video a like and maybe leave me a nice comment to cheer me up a little bit. Okay, before you go, let's look at some final shots that I did reshoot for this video. So here they are. thank you guys so much for watching. I will leave a link to everyone else's videos down below so you can go and check them out if you haven't already. Bye!